Otondos, are you sleeping? 1, 2, march! Come on! 1, 2, march!
Oh boy, these soldiers want to kill us in this NYSC camp. I'm telling you, in their minds we're soldiers like them. Man, we need to cool off after this crazy drill experience. Yes, let's go to Mammy Market. hiSTORIFIED presents the Mammy Market story. Ever heard of the famous mini market called Mammy Market? Well, here's its amazing story. Once upon a time, precisely in the 1940s, a beautiful baby girl was born in the land of Otukpo, Benue State in north-central Nigeria. What name, my dear husband, should we give this beautiful baby girl that God has blessed us with? Because she looks so much like my sweet mother. In line with Idoma tradition, we will call her Enem. In the Idoma language of Benue State, Enem is loosely translated to mean mother. At the time, the new dad was a steward to a white man, and when he broke the good news to his master, the white man curiously asked about the name of the newborn. Having been told that her name meant mother, the white man quickly took to calling little Enem Mammy, which is an English nickname for mother, and that was how the name Mammy of the famous Mammy Market was born. So, Mammy, who was also called Maria, grew quickly, attending to household matters like a pro. Soon enough, at the age of 14, as was the custom in those times, the young girl agreed to marry a fine gentleman named Corporal Ochefu, an officer of the Nigerian army. A quick note to all the child not bride advocates. This hookup happened sometime in the 50s, and it was pretty much the custom at that time for teenage girls to get married that early. So, don't go judging Mammy's parents too harshly. Moving on, Mammy moved to Kaduna Barracks of the Nigerian Defense Academy where her husband was stationed, and soon discovered that everyday life as a wife of a uniformed officer came with some special perks. You were saluted by a bunch of soldiers in the morning, "Morning, ma," and in the afternoon, "Morning, ma," and also late at night, "Morning, ma." But the routine life of living in the army barracks soon became boring for Mammy and her children. Day in, day out, it was the same faces, the same challenges, and same experiences. One day, as Mammy strolled around the barracks, she noticed something that she had always seen but never really thought much of. People walking around, sitting under the shades fanning themselves, and generally just relaxing. These people just sitting around in the sun are missing something to help them relax. A light bulb must have gone off in Mammy's head as she hurried off to the nearest market. A few hours later, Mammy Ochefu was done. She had prepared for sale a delicious local spicy mix, popularly known as kunu. Hawking it around the barracks, Mammy was surprised to find out that people were scrambling for her kunu. And by 10 a.m. the first day, she had sold them all. This is really a good business idea. Now I can support my husband financially and finally put idleness to rest. Mammy's kunu fast evolved into the barrack favorite, with officers of all ranks and regiments partaking of the special brew. Not only officers, as everyone who had functional taste buds wanted a taste of Mammy's notoriously famous kunu. But Mammy's notoriety didn't end with humans. Flies were known to swarm around Mammy's compound, where she prepared the daily spicy mix. This became an issue. After secretly sipping her chilled kunu, Mammy's neighbors would then openly throw a fit, complaining bitterly about the swarm of flies that covered the compound as a result of the kunu. "We have been invaded in our own homes by these horrendous flies. Who will save us from Mammy and her fly-attracting kunu?" So as to allow peace reign, Mammy washed up her utensils one last time and stopped making her famous kunu. For days, the men of the barracks tried to survive without Mammy's spicy kunu. They constantly licked their lips as they passed by the Ochefu's residence, daydreaming about the kunu, even during marching drills. After 2 whole weeks had gone by, they quickly realized that they couldn't live anymore without Mammy's kunu. And even though they bought the drink on credit and were owing her a month's worth, they didn't mind making the move to find out what had befallen their beloved kunu and its maker too. Off they went, marching in tandem, and halted sharply at the door of the Ochefu's 1-bedroom apartment. Pression! Kunu-thirsty senior officers who were regular patronizers of Mammy's drink led the charge to question the sudden stop in this all-important kunu production. Upon realizing the hiatus was because she had nowhere to prepare her kunu without causing conflict, the officers quickly ordered junior officers to erect emergency tents behind the barracks overnight, solely for the ease in production and sale of the magic potion, much to the envy of her neighbors. The senior officers didn't stop there. They ordered that a sign be put up in Hausa language that read, "Welcome to barracks. Let's branch at Mammy Market and drink kunu." This further irritated the already jealous neighbors, sealing Mammy's kunu as the official beverage of the barracks. In later years, as the Ochefus were transferred from Kaduna to Zaria and then to Ibadan on official assignments, the officers would radio one another from different geographical locations of Nigeria, telling of the wonders of Mammy's kunu, and instantly, tents called Mammy Market would promptly spring up before their arrival at the new locations, ensuring that there was never a bottleneck in Mammy's kunu production. As the Ochefus strolled into their new residences, they were met with thirsty soldiers, all anticipating the much talked about special brew. Soon enough, the mini market expanded to include other essential food items required by the military communities, as Mammy warmly shared the tent with the wives of other uniformed men who had small businesses. And that, dear friends, was how the famous business coinage Mammy Market stuck like glue, growing to be a national phenomenon in Nigeria. As expected, after Mammy's mini market operational success in its first few bases, a major announcement was hurriedly prepared from the highest office. We hereby decree that in every barrack and military base in Nigeria, a Mammy Market replica must be erected as a sign of goodwill, community relations, and camaraderie. It quickly became a policy to have mini markets in Nigerian military and paramilitary formations. Big kudos to Madam Mammy Maria Uchefu for coming through for the stomachs of countless of military personnel and their families, youth corps members, and everyday people for decades, and for also creating job opportunities with this thirst-quenching invention. Here is hoping the founder of the famous Mammy Market gets the national honors and award of recognition she truly deserves for such a transgenerational hunger-busting feat.